A single Patriot missile cost $2 million. One shot, gone. And the US fired dozens of them in a single night over the Red Sea. Do the math. That's hundreds of millions of dollars spent shooting down $50 drones. Now the Pentagon is betting everything on a technology that could fire that same shot for just a few dollars. Not a few thousand. A few dollars. But here's the thing nobody's talking about. The real cost of laser weapons isn't in the price per shot. It's somewhere much deeper. And by the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly why the defense industry is quietly terrified of its own creation. Let's back up and look at the numbers that broke the system. When the Houthis started launching waves of drones and missiles into shipping lanes in late 2023, the US Navy had no cheap answer. Every intercept meant reaching into a magazine loaded with some of the most expensive munitions ever built. The SM-2 missile, about $2.1 million per shot. The SM-6, around $4.1 million. The Patriot PAC-3, up to $9 million depending on the variant. The Houthis, on the other hand, were launching Iranian-supplied drones that cost anywhere from $10,000 to $50,000 each, sometimes less. This is what military analysts call an asymmetric cost exchange, and it is an absolute nightmare for any defense budget. You're spending $100 for every $1 your enemy spends. That math only works until it doesn't. And in the Red Sea, it stopped working very fast. The US and its allies burned through an estimated $1 billion in munitions in just the first few months of that operation alone. Congress started asking uncomfortable questions. Defense secretaries started talking about magazine depth. Everyone was looking for a way out. That way out has a name. It's called directed energy, and the most advanced version of it fires a beam of light. Here's how laser weapons actually work in simple terms. A high-energy laser system focuses an intense beam of concentrated light onto a target. That beam heats the target so fast, within seconds, that it destroys the structural integrity of a drone, a missile, or even a small boat. No explosion, no shrapnel, no miss radius, just precise, silent destruction. The US Navy's latest system is called the Layered Laser Defense, or LLD. Lockheed Martin built it. It's designed to sit on a ship and pick off drones, rockets, and incoming projectiles before they reach the hull. The Air Force is testing a similar system called the High Energy Laser with integrated optical dazzler and surveillance, known as Helios. And Boeing, Raytheon, and Northrop Grumman all have their own versions in development or already in testing phases. So what does one of these systems cost per shot? Approximately $3 to $5 in electricity. That's it. As long as the ship's generator is running, the weapon keeps firing. No resupply. No waiting for a freighter to bring replacement missiles across the ocean. No running out at the worst possible moment. On paper, this sounds like the end of the asymmetric cost problem forever. But here's where the money story gets complicated. And this is the part the defense industry does not want front-page attention. The upfront cost of a laser system is enormous. The Navy's Helios program alone has cost over $1 billion in development. Lockheed's LLD contract runs into the hundreds of millions. And these are early-generation systems with serious limitations. They struggle in bad weather. Dust, humidity, and rain scatter the beam and reduce effective range dramatically. They currently work best against slow-moving, low-flying targets. A hypersonic missile coming in at Mach 10, lasers aren't there yet, not even close. So the real financial picture looks like this. You spend $1 billion building and installing a laser system. You use it to shoot down a $10,000 drone for $3 of electricity. That sounds incredible until you realize the system can't yet replace the missiles in your magazine. It supplements them. It sits beside them, which means the defense contractors who sell you Patriot missiles, SM-6s, and Tomahawks, they're not losing a single contract. Not yet. And here's the deeper financial motive that almost nobody is discussing. Companies like Raytheon, Lockheed Martin, and L3Harris aren't just missile manufacturers. They are also the primary contractors building laser defense systems. They designed it this way. The transition from kinetic weapons to directed energy isn't going to cut them out of the market. It's going to double their revenue cycle. They collect on the old contracts while simultaneously winning the new ones. The U.S. defense budget in fiscal year 2024 exceeded $886 billion. Directed energy alone received over $1 billion in dedicated research and development funding. That number is expected to triple by 2030. This isn't a revolution in warfare. It's a revolution in the defense revenue model. And then there's the geopolitical chess game happening in the background. China has been developing its own high-energy laser systems since at least 2014. Their ZKZM 500 laser assault rifle made international headlines, though it remains largely a prototype. More concerning to U.S. planners are reports of Chinese ship-mounted and ground-based laser systems capable of blinding satellite sensors and disrupting drone navigation. Russia has its own program. The Peresvet laser system has been officially acknowledged by the Kremlin and is believed to be operational, designed primarily to blind reconnaissance satellites. If the United States fully transitions to laser-based air defense, and if that technology proliferates to allies and adversaries alike, the entire calculus of missile-based deterrence changes overnight. A country that once relied on a limited missile stockpile to project power now faces an enemy that can defend against incoming missiles for the cost of running a generator. That rewrites the economics of war entirely. And the nations that get there first don't just win militarily, they win financially, because they stop hemorrhaging money on every single engagement. So here's the bottom line. Laser defense is real. It works within specific limits. It costs almost nothing per shot and potentially billions to build and maintain. It will not replace missiles tomorrow, but it will absolutely reshape defense budgets, arms contracts, and military strategy over the next 15 to 20 years. The companies building these systems are printing money on both ends of the transition. The governments funding them are betting that the upfront cost pays off before the next major conflict, and adversaries are racing to either match the technology or find the countermeasures that break it. The real hidden cost of laser defense isn't $3 per shot. It's the trillion-dollar restructuring of every defense contract, every military alliance, and every arms deal on the planet. Now here's the question you need to answer in the comments. Is the laser defense revolution genuinely changing warfare for the better? Or is it just the defense industry engineering a more expensive, longer, and more profitable arms race? Drop your answer below, because this debate is just getting started.